Hi there, this is Paige with Stamp Girl here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to share with you the cards I made for our Craft Our Paper Stash for the month of April. This is a collab hosted by Deb, who is Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage here on YouTube, and down below in the description box I'll leave a link to all the participants' channels. So for this month I decided I wanted to do something with the Stampin' Up! Sweet Peaceful Poppies. I was going to order it and I waited too long because I'm trying not to spend money, but I finally gave in and decided I would order it. Waited too long and it was no longer available, or on back order for who knows how long. But anyway, I did have some parts of that suite that I could use. I had ordered a paper sampler from a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I had a few sample size pieces of the paper, and then a dear friend of mine for my birthday sent me the Peaceful Poppies Elements package, and that has quite a few things in it. It has some clear embossed banners and circles and borders. It had some punch-out cardboard, lightweight chipboard shapes. It had some watercolor resist watercolor pieces, and it had some vellum pieces. And it looks like a lot in here, and that's because I had also won a package of these elements on Stampin' Up! Demonstrator's blog, so I was pretty excited about that. So even though I couldn't order the suite, I was still able to make something with the Peaceful Poppies. So let's see. Let me show you my cards. Oh, I also used this embossing folder from Stampin' Up! It's a 3D embossing folder. I think it's called Basket Weave. So here is my first card. I cut another layer for the top that I embossed with the basket weave. Here's a piece of the sample of designer paper for Peaceful Poppies. I used an oval scallop punch to make this piece and popped it up with dimensionals, and here's where I watercolored the little poppy, and then here's one of the vellum leaves, and then I just tied a little ribbon knot with some white seam binding. This is some sticky tape from Dollar Tree, and I just use it as a border down at the bottom. And I use some more of it on the inside of the card. Here's another card that's very similar. And another one that's very similar, and one more that's very similar. Then I have a couple of cards where I watercolored the poppy flowers and some of the leaves. This is a scallop circle punch, and then this is a Stampin' Up! Set. I didn't pull it out. I can't remember which one it is. The flowers are popped up with dimensionals. Here's some black rhinestones. I took a black Copic marker and colored the centers of these poppies. They were the white embossed part, and since Copic markers are alcohol and they'll cover anything, I just added a touch of black to that. So I've got 3 of those. Here's the inside of that one, and then used up all of that tape and went over to use up some of this tape. And the inside of that one. And then I have 2 of these. I wanted to use up one whole sheet of the watercolor resist elements, and so that's why I made more than 4 cards. Now for this little element right here, well, here's some designer paper. Here's some black sticker lines that I like to use. I either got them from Elizabeth Craft Designs, or you can also find them at Paper Wishes. This is an old idea that I've pulled out before, and it's made with the scallop edge border punch. So what you do is you cut a square that's 2 3/4 inches, and you center it between these first lines right here, and then you just punch all 4 sides, and this will stay attached in the corner, and so you have a really pretty open scalloped frame. So the other poppy things were colored with Reinkers, Poppy Parade, and Old Olive, and these were colored with, because the pieces were so tiny, I used Zig Clean watercolor markers for that. And then these little vellum banners were just left over from a paper pumpkin kit, and I save all those little extra bits and pull them out when I need them. So got a little piece of glue right there I gotta scratch off. No, have to do that later. So then on the inside of these cards I just use some more of that tape. So I like the bright colors, and that black makes everything pop. So this is my project for this month. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and now I'm off to create.